of our approach is really a critical third challenge that we've overcome. It's also reflected by the fact that while some early activity in learning analytics was done in a North American context, the momentum out of Europe is significant, other parts of the world as well. I think probably outside of the learning analytics and knowledge community, the LACE project is probably the most substantive gathering of community folks that are involved in learning analytics. And I think that just reflects that it's not just a North American phenomenon that others are adopting. Instead, it's an initiative that others realize data and analysis in education is consequential, and systems where initiatives like LACE help to build localized knowledge and then share that back to the global community.
Where do you see learning analytics to be in 5 years' time?
So with learning analytics, we've definitely seen a large number of activities developing, not just in the classroom and the use of it in online courses or distance or blended learning courses, but actually starting to see a growth of a startup community or the growth of organizations that are exclusively dedicated to learning analytics. So that's driven, I think, a range of adoption options. So 5 years ago, if you would have wanted to do learning analytics at a university, there weren't products available. You couldn't deal with a vendor or supplier necessarily to try and increase your functionality. There wasn't a big literature base available, which means that if you want to look at what's working in other systems, there wasn't really a ground zero point to get started. So with the focus that we have theme-wise this year, where we wanted to look at from big data to big impact, so the intent is to say, great, we realize we have a lot of data. Everybody's got a lot of data. How do we then take that data and start to use that as a way that we can start to make changes organizationally? And going forward, and by this I'm looking at really short term, the next several years, learning analytics are going to start to become more centrally involved in everything from teaching practices to assessment to the ways in which universities compete with one another by ensuring that they have better support systems and models available for their students. We're also going to continue to see dramatic increase in the types of data that we're collecting. And right now, probably wearable computers and the Internet of Things are two of the trends that are most substantive in this regard, because we can start to get a range of data about our students, assuming that they've